We live in probably the poorest county in all of the U.S.
The demographics of my school is like 90% economically disadvantaged. We've got a population of over 50% of our kids are ELLs.
We do have a high number of our kids that are recent immigrants that were born in Mexico and then they immigrated over to our zone.
Our school is located like maybe 2 miles away from the border. We have a lot of students crossing the border and really don't have the schooling that they need.
We've been getting kids that had missed a lot of schooling in Mexico or had never been in school in Mexico and unfortunately didn't even know how to read in 3rd, 4th, and 5th in their native language.
In order to acquire a second language, we have to have mastered our own first language. That is the big issue that we have with down in our district is our kids come in limited even in their own first language.
Imagine Learning Espanol was the perfect program to bring in because it is targeting their L1 at the most basic and foundational level.
Imagine Espanol is a computer program. It teaches the kids letter names and sounds. It has culture relevant songs to them that they are familiar with, that they can relate to. Los pollitos dicen pío, 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 cuando tienen hambre.
And it's not a translation, and that's one of the things that we love. It's authentic literature. It's not a story written in English that someone then goes out somewhere and translates it. It's written in Spanish for our kids specifically.
You can tell that they really took into consideration the cultural relevance of the product and the history of the student, and they've put it into practice with Imagine Learning Espanol. So, and I see the difference. The kids are highly engaged when they get to it. The kids that have been using it, which is our pre-K kinder population, are loving it.
Hay canciones, juegos.
¿Qué es lo que aprendes ahí usando la computadora, Natalia?
Y me enseña a aprender.
¿A qué más?
Y me enseña a leer.
One of the things that we've been able to see the teachers do is use it as a teacher learning station and not necessarily as a program for the students to work on their own.
This week we're learning the letter F. So what I do is that I go into Imagine Espanol, I bring out the letter F, I go through the letter, we play the games and my kids enjoy it.
¿Y qué te gusta de este programa?
Donde están las letras con la burbuja. Tenemos que explotar la letra que te dice.
¿Y te está ayudando a aprender más?
Sí.
For them it's a game, it's fun, but they're actually learning.
This Imagine Learning is going to do awesome for our school. And actually, it's benefited already. For the little time we've had it, the teachers love it, the kids love it, and more important is that we're getting our kids to read.
Having them really solidify that learning in pre-K facilitates the process toward the end of the year. Many of them are reading. Then when they start the second language acquisition, the formal reading instruction, it's not as difficult for them. And if they've mastered their first language, they're going to do great in their second language.
I just want these kids to be successful. They are eager to learn, and I am eager to give them all the knowledge that I'm able to give them.
We know that kids can learn when you are prescriptive in instruction and when you motivate them and you encourage them to do their best. And Imagine Learning Espanol, I think, is a resource that we can use so that we can control those variables, give them what they need, and get our kids to be successful.